Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Casper Network, aka Casper the Friendly Ghost, as you guys are already aware of. And with that being said, let's just dive in. So, Casper is one of those tokens that I continue to accumulate. I'm actually still down on a few of my buys that were a little bit higher going back to 2021. Do I feel bad about those? No, I do not. I'm a long-term holder on Casper, and I do believe that the upside moves on Casper are going to shadow those buys greatly going into the next cycle. Now, with that, we have been seeing a lot of updates around Casper. We've been hearing a lot of noise around Casper. We've been seeing a lot of building happening, development happening, and ultimately some major announcements from the team as well, and shots being fired at Ethereum, which you love to see. I've always talked about Ethereum being extremely inefficient. You guys are already aware of that. I'm not here to hate on any tokens. I just really kind of talk about the network efficiencies and what is holding it back from peak mass adoption. Do I believe that Ethereum 2.0 is the, problem solver? No, I really don't. We've discussed that as well. But with that, let's dive in and let's talk about a few things. So, first off, NFTs on Casper. Why is it a big deal? What is going on with it? Should you even care about NFTs? First off, if you guys have been, basically living under a rock and not paying attention to my NFT channel, which you think, if you guys are not checking that channel out as well, you should 100% be, listening in, tuning in, learning about NFTs, stuff like that, because I think that this is a market that a lot of people just kind of disregard because of all of the stupidity around it. I'm not gonna, sugarcoat NFTs at all. There's a lot of stupid projects out there that are completely worthless. There's rug pulls, there's issues. Listen, we live in a crypto-driven world where 90% of this market is overhyped complete trash. And I'm just going to be 100% real with you guys. So when we talk about NFTs, most people just look at it as a simple cash grab. You're paying, for a digital image of a cartoon or something, and you're really getting no value back besides the promised, in quotation marks, utility. But why are NFTs a little bit different than what most perceive them to be? Well, NFTs are tokenization. They're tokenization of pretty much anything that is illiquid or, basically, fungible. So when we look at this, artwork is the perfect area to start with. And when we look at a lot of these asset classes that are being disrupted from tokenization, it's most of them that are illiquid. Now, when we look here, why are NFTs on Casper going to be a big game changer? Well, they can be executed as account contract or a smart contract, upgradable smart contracts, and also building in multi-sig, randomly defining tokens ID, and of course, low mint price and scalability, similar to some other networks that we utilize like Hedera. Why are NFTs important? Well, they're great for community, driving. They build a lot of community growth around a lot of these networks and bring a lot more eyes to the project, which is always great, as well as a major bridge for retail demand and utility cases to be streamlined in initially on. Now, why are NFTs a lot bigger than what just people are looking at right now in regards to artwork? Well, like I said, anything can really be tokenized. We look more so at markets in the 1 trillion up bracket. We target equities, we target real estate. Like, these are major markets that are well worth upwards of $320 plus trillion, like real estate. So NFTs are a big deal, and they are much bigger than what most people actually perceive them to be. And Casper is a leader behind this. Now, also, when we talk about the efficiencies of Casper, shout out to Casper Dash for this, but Casper Network quoting it, saying among the many benefits, Casper is fully permissionless, decentralized, and has predictable gas fees. And we do see down here, how much does it cost to mint NFTs on Casper Network? Well, here you guys have it. So it's about 2 cents, and this is something substantial. Now, we do see somebody saying over here, problem is I literally hate using Casper Signer. And when we look at Casper Signer, it is going to be updated. A lot of the things still on Casper are new. I think that a lot of people actually overlook this, simple fact. Remember, there's a lot of issues with some of these networks because of how new they actually are. Casper has been building for a while, but the network just launched back in 2021. Remember this. So they are going to be still fairly new. There's still going to be a lot of kind of quirks and kinks that need to be built out and fixed. And this is just the start of something beautiful, in my opinion, and something that could be very monumental going into the next cycle. I would argue that Casper will be as big, if not bigger, than ADA going into the next, major cycle. And just to give you guys a quick insight, right? At the current market cap of Shiba Inu, that's right, Shiba Inu, it would be a $1.39 Casper, an upside of 46x. Mind you, when we go and look at ADA, okay, ADA, we'll just say a $90 billion market cap. That's like a right around where it was. Even going off like Dogecoin at about like, I think it's like 94 billion or something like that. It was a massive, number. When we look at Casper at market caps like that, and I'm not saying that we're going to achieve that market cap in the next major cycle run, but this would be an upside of about 547x off of the current circulating supply. Even going off of the total supply, though, our upside would still be about 282x, or a price point of $8.12 at the total supply being out there. And this is substantial. These are, price predictions that I could see happening within the next, we'll say, like 3 to 5 years. Could happen sooner, could happen later. We still need to really kind of look at what is happening behind this market. Remember, a lot of the price predictions around this market don't really matter to a extent. But what we can say and what we can look at is things that are happening behind the scenes, specifically how big Casper actually will become. So we do see here, the future is called Zug. The future is Casper 2.0. If you know, tell us in the comments. And we do see down here, what's the future of the Casper network after the Ethereum merge? Have you seen some thoughts of, here you have some thoughts by great Scott Walker. I'm sorry for butchering that. But we do see down here, Casper has a great future. And we do see down here, first scenario, success, Ethereum transitions to POS. And then we do see Casper CBC. Casper is built by the original Casper CBC specification, which is what Ethereum wants to be once they're ready to switch to Ethereum 3.0, which it took them 7 years to get to Ethereum 2.0, and it's not even live yet. So in other words, Casper is more like Ethereum 3.0 than Ethereum 2.0, and that leaves us very well positioned. Casper would become a perfect test network for Ethereum like KSM/DOT. Second scenario, Ethereum fails on their transition to POS. In the scenario, Casper has everything it needs to fill the space left by Ethereum. Whatever the case, Casper has a great future ahead, and 100%, I do think that Casper is here to stay. And I honestly would argue, when we look at a lot of the major networks in the space, I would argue that these networks do at some point in time need to burn some tokens. I think that Casper could benefit from a burn token mechanism implemented at some point in time, but again, it's still questionable on what is going to happen with that. We don't specifically know, but I will say this: when we look at Casper compared to Ethereum technology stack wise, the Casper CBC is something pretty special. We've talked about it in the past. We've talked about how Casper is essentially the real Ethereum 3.0, well ahead of Ethereum at its current state and even at its future state of 2.0, which is funny to say the least. But again, Ethereum has taken a very long time to actually get to the point where it is even now, let alone Ethereum 2.0. Like I said, it's been around for about 7 years, and its inefficiencies have shined the greatest upon all of the adoption of the chain. In fact, I actually shared with you guys on Twitter earlier that Ethereum did $2.5 trillion in one singular quarter in 2021 alone, off of NFTs, by the way. Again, why are NFTs important? But that's on a network and a mechanism that is extremely inefficient technology stack wise, and its inefficiencies are pretty far out there in regards to how great they actually are as a stifling move for a network to actually try to move forward on in regards to mass adoption. So when we look at Casper, yes, Casper is perfectly positioned. And also talking more so about Casper, we do see over here, we are enabling tokens built on top of Casper. It is similar to ERC20 tokens on Ethereum, but with better security and performance. Again, absolutely killing the game in regards to it comparing to Ethereum. Now, would you say that this is shots fired? I would say that it is. Tokens built on Casper, better security and performance, standards-based token issuance, as easy to use as ERC20, easy and quick token creation, existing mechanisms to efficiently bring dApps from Ethereum and other chains. Like I said, the tokens, the technology behind the tokens on Casper as well as even like the NFT mechanisms, things happening on Casper, the full-on network tech. Like everything about Casper screams extremely undervalued and extremely overlooked. Casper for the longest time in the space has been overlooked. We've talked about it for a very long time. We've been discussing it since I think it was like late September into October of 2021. And we have been nonstop on it. We've been talking about it here and there. I know that lately I've slowed down just because there's not a lot of content to actually talk about in regards to Casper. But we definitely have been, keeping note on it, watching the chart closely. We've been watching the developments happening. We've been watching the community being built. And remember, like Casper, for as small as a token it actually is, it is sitting at about 173.3K followers. It's a very large, community that they have built out, specifically comparing it to like things like even Cardano, right? So they already have the community aspect behind them, ready, set to go, and it's only just the beginning in terms of where we are positioned at with Casper. Remember, this market is still extremely early on, but I do believe that Casper will definitely make a lot of noise going into the major next cycle, similar to what ADA has done. The major difference here is that there is a lot of substance actually behind Casper's noise, and I don't mean that in like a very negative way. I'm just saying like a lot of the things that we have seen from the Cardano team, specifically regarding ADA for the longest time, has been more so speculation with no substance, no proof, no major announcements. With Casper, we have a clear insight on what they are doing, what they are building, actual partnerships with major government entities on NFT specific use cases, but also even blockchain based use cases. So you love to see that. And like I said, with this Ethereum merge coming up, I do think that it is probably one of the most bearish scenarios for crypto, in my opinion. It's more so, again, buy the rumor, sell the news sort of aspect. So, when we look at Casper going forward, I'm not really kind of dead set on Casper becoming the new Ethereum, overtaking Ethereum in market cap or anything like that. But what I would argue about with Casper is the fact that the upside potential moves on Casper is pretty substantial. I mean, from 2 cents to 3 cents, a 100x opportunity is pretty easy to target. Is it guaranteed? No way at all. But like I said, at $2, at $3, the market cap potential on this thing is about $22.2 billion off of the total supply, mind you, and then $3 about $33.3 billion. Again, that market cap is nothing compared to what we've seen in the last major run, and going into this next major run, I do think that those are going to be breadcrumbs compared to where this market truly actually lies at the all-time highs. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe to notifications on if you guys have more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, up that you all have a beautiful day or beautiful night wherever you guys are on this before. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.